Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Live by the Design with Grace Kariuki. Let me address a question here. Why does my partner prefer going out and socializing instead of spending time together? Now we are talking about the sanguine temperament. So if you are a sanguine, your goal is to have fun. Your goal is optimism and positivity. Anything that is going to stimulate your dopamine and is going to give you adrenaline rush, you are going to go for it. You love to be out and in activity and doing some things which are fun and loud. That's the way you are wired. Your partner may find that you are too activity oriented, you are too optimistic. They might find you to be not a realist, and then the issue of how to rejuvenate yourself. Sanguines by nature, they recoup their strength through socializing and connecting, through fun activities. That's what makes them feel alive and feel great. However, if you are married to a person who is more introverted, their energy levels go away with interacting with too many people. And so what will happen is that you will find your introverted partner wants to spend quiet time. They want to have intimate moments rather than going out and doing a lot of activity. So you would need to understand where your partner is coming from so that you avoid calling them boring or saying that they have changed. Normally what happens when you are in your dating and courtship periods and seasons, you have high levels of curiosity, high levels of excitement, and most of the time you may not recognize that your partner tends to get tired quickly whenever you guys are doing a lot of activities. That has nothing to do with boredom. It has nothing to do with not being fun. It has a lot to do with the way they are wired. So as a sanguine, you want to also cultivate the ability to be calm, the ability to be quiet. Also be curious to understand how people who are introverted have fun. So that now you also don't think fun is about activity and outgoing and doing fun activities, that's the only fun. That you can allow yourself to grow and be curious about how other people who are not like you, what do they call fun? How do they define a fun? It is good to also understand that there is a benefit as a sanguine to be able to manage this fun and optimistic and positive outlook to life, because it can become an escape route from dealing with problems, running away from things that need your attention, the things that need your mental attention. So allow yourself to also learn how to be quiet, learn how to regain your strength to introspect, not to just go, because if you do that, you're going to find yourself even kind of running on fumes rather than really getting to experience your life in authentic ways. So allow yourself to also develop the skill of quietness. It is possible, and you can have not necessarily what you define fun to be, but you can have what we call joy and contentment in quiet moments. One of the things that I encourage people who are sanguines to do is to sit and think through what their day was like, and to use the skill of journaling to kind of say how to kind of document how they experienced their day, but also to take some time to be quiet, to listen to their body, because you want to listen to your body so that you do not get into spaces where you are exhausted and then you end up having a burnout. So allow yourself to do some self-compassion, some self-care by taking time to even be alone. Go for a walk by yourself. Go and just explore how that feels like. Don't do it for a long period of time. Start by doing it slowly. If you have a partner who finds contentment and joy in being alone and in having intimate time, allow them to influence you. Be curious about how do you get yourself to quiet down like this? How do you even enjoy time by yourself? Learn how to do that, and start small. Don't start with an hour. Start with 20 minutes of just being alone, and make sure that you are listening to yourself. You're not sitting by yourself and scrolling on the phone or watching something. But to start off with 15 minutes, 20 minutes of just sitting in your room and paying attention to what is in the current moment, but also paying attention to how your body feels. Because what happens with the sanguine, they are constantly, quote unquote, running away from feeling. They are constantly running away from being calm, because they tend again to think that being calm, running away, those are spaces where you are going to be bored. They tend to think that activity equals fun. Allow yourself to be curious about other ways, how other people experience life, so that you can also learn to be calm. Now, when you are in your 20s, and that is the time when our personalities show up in a stronger way. So if you are a sanguine and you are fun-loving, activity-oriented, fun and excitement self becomes too accentuated, what happens is that your impulsivity, lack of boundaries can cause you to make some choices that you may have to deal with in your mid-30s into your 40s. So it is important to train yourself to develop that quietness, to develop a break where you allow yourself to have some time to think through how your life is going. If you have a partner who is more introverted, more quieter, allow them to influence you. Be curious about how they do it, and that is the way that we grow. We grow our emotional intelligence, but we also grow our relational intelligence. So I hope this is helpful, and until I see you next time, continue to live by design.